Welcome to Transformative Travels.
Yeah, we're here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, getting ready to go around the world on our year-long sabbatical.
Woot, woot.
Woot, woot.
Yes, a week from right now, we will be on a plane headed towards our first destination, which is Marrakesh, Morocco.
Yeah, this is a big deal for us. We've been planning for a couple of years to do this. I just sold my business. I'm retiring. I'm 62.
I'm not retiring, but
And I have 30 years under my belt as an immigration lawyer that I've absolutely loved helping people, serving people. And now I'm taking a break. I'm unplugging and I'm going to see what's next.
we've been calling this a sabbatical for a long time. So just to give you a little context, I grew up with a dad who was a professor, and in the university system, you can, well, in some places, you can take a sabbatical every 7 years. And what I like about that is it's like a sacred break, right? It's a sacred break, usually to work on a project, like doing research or writing a book, which we will actually be doing. We're going to be working on writing a book. But the reason why we each have different reasons. So
We do, yeah.
We'll each talk a
The
little.
big why.
Yeah, the big why. For me, so I've had my own business for over 15 years now, working with leadership, training, and executive coaching in the corporate world. And, early on, I had a mentor who said, we're really personal growth trainers in corporate clothing. And I just want to leave the corporate clothing and be the personal growth person. So Mark and I do shadow work together. We coach couples, and that's work that is really soulful for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I have felt like our lives had gotten really complicated with running our businesses. And, I think we have 5 businesses between the two of us. And when I was in my 20s, I used to be able to put everything I owned into my car and drive off. And I would do that quite frequently. And, we've been married for 15 years. We've accumulated a lot of stuff, probably like you all have. You can see like our gong there. Look, we accumulated that.
We did.
I guess I could fit it in the car, but not a whole lot else would fit in it. So we just
bring the little bells. Ding, there we go.
We just wanted to simplify and have this be like a pause, a sacred pause, a gap year, if you will, because life is short and we're not getting any younger, and we want to do some of the active, fun things that we want to do while we still can. So that's some of the reasons why I have that we're going.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, the sabbatical, and I love that word sabbatical, the Sabbath, right? It's a day of repose. It's not doing anything. It's being spiritual. It's reconnecting with source energy, with our spiritual center. And that's what I want to do on this trip. When we're in our day to day and working really hard, building up stuff, we're building the foundation of a spiritual life. And that's how we look at it. It's like Maslow's hierarchy. We've really been grinding and putting together this foundation now that we can use to go and experience the world, experience other cultures, do things that we love to do. We love to meet other people. We love seeing other cultures, enjoying the food and the spiritual connections that we have and the different spiritualities around the world. We're both really interested in that. And so we're going to start by heading into Marrakesh in Ramadan. The last week of Ramadan is where we start our sabbatical.
It's going to be very interesting. There's so much to learn. I did my first overseas trip when I was 15, and my soccer team went to Germany, and I feel like a whole world opened up for me. I knew nothing about most of the world. And I remember during that trip, our host families took us to the border of, at the time, it was East and West Germany. And there was literally a fence that ran between the two sides of the country. And I didn't really get it. I was 15 and I was kind of joking around. And I said, what would happen if I tried to go over to East Germany? And I remember they said, well, you'd get shot. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. This is like I guess I really don't know what's going on. And then it was when I did a semester abroad in 1989 that the Berlin Wall actually fell. And the very interesting thing is that was 36 years ago. We're now in the same, there's a cycle that happens with, I won't go into the astrology of it because I only know this much, but basically Saturn is passing through Pisces, which happens every 36 years, which happened when the Berlin Wall fell. And here we are going out again. And the invitation is really to look at the structures in your life in this next year, and are they in alignment with your values? Are you in what you really want to be in? And so as we head out into the world, that's the invitation for us.
It is.
Is we've let go of a lot. Mark's let go of his business. I've let go of my clients, and we're really in this quest for meaning and inspiration in the world, which is what do we want to do with the last third of our lives? What are our souls calling us to?
Yeah. So for that end is we have a journey planned that is going to take 13 months.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be 13 months.
13
We've rented
months.
our house here in Santa Fe.
Yeah.
New people are coming in a few weeks, and we are going to be launched. We're going to start in Morocco, and then from there, we're going to head up to, I'll be in Spain. Jeannie will be in Portugal for a little while. We're going to come and then head over to France, Aix-en-Provence.
Yeah. So one of the ways we've made this trip affordable is by renting out Airbnbs for a month at a time, because you get about a 50% discount. So we have a month in France, and then we have a month in Italy. Super excited about, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to Tuscany. I found a small town called Lucca, and we're going to be in this medieval walled city for a month. And
then from Italy, we head over to Scotland, Ailas, and we're there for a month. And then from Scotland, we head over to Turkey
for about 3
Istanbul.
weeks. Yep. And then
around.
from there down to Egypt for a couple weeks. We've never been to Egypt. Sphinx, pyramids. And then from there, we hop up to, this is my part of the trip that I'm most excited about. We go to the Himalayas. We're going to Nepal, and I've wanted to go there since I was in my 20s. I'm a mountain girl. I can't imagine being with these 27,000 foot peaks. And so we're doing a 2-week trek in the Annapurna circuit, and that's my most exciting part of the trip. For now, we'll see.
And an interesting point, up to this point in the trip, then, we have done a lot of planning. We've planned activities, we planned, lodging, obviously, rental cars, we've bought tickets to museums. I mean, we've done a lot of planning.
Yeah.
And Jeannie has spent literally almost 2 years doing some of this really technical, in detail planning for some events, because things get filled, and the reservations in advance are cheaper on a lot of things.
Yep.
So we've done that. But from here on out, when we're going from Nepal, we're going to India, and we have some things planned there. And then from there, we're going to go to Thailand, and we have a really month in Thailand, Koh Samui, that we've got a lot of spaciousness and not a lot planned.
Yeah, and after that, it's not planned. So we have the last third of our trip, but we know we're going to hang out in Southeast Asia. It's easier to be spontaneous when it's cheaper. It's just true, right? So
that's true.
We're going to hop around Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, a month in the Philippines, which I'm super excited about. It looks amazingly beautiful. And then our last place.
Back to Japan. Back to Japan. I haven't been there.
No,
you haven't been there.
No, it's the first time. But it's during cherry blossom season, the Sakura festival. And so that's going to be just really beautiful. And we're going to be soaking. I did find out a very interesting thing about Japan that I did not know. A lot of the onsens, which are the hot springs, it is the most volcanically active place on the planet. And so there's hot springs everywhere. They don't allow tattoos. So I'm out of luck. I've got like 6. But anyway, we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, they put them in the cone of shame around them, and they throw them into the awesome. No, the public ones are more like that. There are private ones. That's a one for this trip. Private ones we can go in tatted up, and so yeah. But they say it's like gang activity or something.
I don't know.
But again, these are the cultural norms that we want to experience. Yes. We want to see what is going on over there with the anti-tattoo stuff. So. And then after Japan is like
discriminated against.
We'll see what Trump's doing, and then we'll see whether we want to come back or not. And I think the final thing is just something we want to acknowledge is that we're leaving the United States, and we were both really upset with the election and the way that Trump is dealing with our international relations. We're both concerned that there's going to be backlash against us. So we're gonna keep a head low, be humble. Try to be chill, but I was hoping that we'd be doing this thing with Kamala Harris being president. We'd be going, yeah, Kamala, and it's not that. It's just this whole different vibe. So
Yeah.
Kind of bummed about that, and yet this is where, where my spirituality, I think our spirituality, this is what we're looking for. We're looking to get support in a deeper way for this reality that just seems so bizarre sometimes,
Yeah.
and so counterintuitive to how things should be running. But there's a deeper truth, and we're going to find it.
The cool thing about traveling is, for me, I just get out of my own perspective, and so much opens up. So many things I haven't thought about, or ways of looking at the world. And so, we really want to go out with this openness, and just a curiosity about the world and about our place in it. And we're going to learn a lot about history, and just I think learning, we're both lifelong learners, right? So
Definitely.
one of the things that we want to impart in these videos, and our commitment is to do one a week, someplace over the weekend, and to have them be 15 minutes or less, and to have it be soulful stories from the road. So what did we learn? What inspired us? What's philosophical thoughts from the road, that kind of thing. So, and obviously you're welcome to watch them, share them, like the videos, subscribe. And some people have said they want to follow us along kind of virtually on our journey, so that's what this is for.
So with that having been said, we really look forward to our next post.
We'll see you in Morocco. All right, thank you for watching.